It's Budget Brands Episode 3 right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're taking another look at budget brands at episode 3 of our Budget Brands series. And today the budget brand we're going to take a look at is, drum roll please, Pueblo Viejo. Yeah. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Pueblo Viejo. Pueblo Viejo is a brand made by Casa San Matias Distillery, same distillery that makes Reposado, as well as the San Matias Gran Reserva, as well as Corazon de Agave and some other brands as well. Now, the new Pueblo Viejo has been around for a long time. If you can find some of the older bottles, they're gold. If you see them on the shelves, pick them up. So good, especially the Reposado and the Blanco. Really good stuff. They reformulated it after they got rid of the Orgullo brand and now made kind of the Orgullo brand part of the Pueblo Viejo brand. Now, the pricing on this is really good. Now, the Blanco, for example, sells on Ferment and Still for $18.99 a bottle for a 750 milliliter bottle. But let's see if it's actually worth the price. That's a big thing. If it is, this could be a very viable budget option. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what it's all about. Okay, before we get into pouring this, I just want to go over the production on it because I know some people are going to probably ask me, is it additive free? Yes, Casa San Matias does not use additives. These are tequilas that are made using brick hornos ovens for cooking the agave. After the agave are finished being cooked, they then roll them through a roller mill to extract the juices from the agave fibers. And they use a screw mill after the roller mill to make sure they get as much as they can out. Both of them are great at extracting sugars, and they get a very high extraction rate, somewhere close to 90% extraction rate, which is great. They then ferment in stainless steel tanks, and then after fermentation, it is twice distilled using stainless steel pot stills with copper coils, and then it is bottled at 40% ABV for the regular Blanco. And they do have a 104 version of the Blanco, which we'll get into tasting that next. But we're going to taste through all the different, they have a Blanco, a high-proof Blanco, a Repo, and an Añejo. So we'll go through the tasting of those and see what we think, and as well as discuss pricing. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get some of it in our glass. All right, so pouring a little bit in the glass, We're going to keep these pours somewhat small so we don't get tanked doing this review. Nothing's worse than having a drunk reviewer, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so looking at this in the glass, remember this is $18.99 a bottle on Ferment and Still. You can buy it all over. It's heavily distributed, so you can find this all over the place. Just check with your local liquor stores. It's imported and distributed by Sazerac. So any place they have Sazerac stuff, you can typically find these, or you can ask their stores to pick them up and they can pick them up. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at the legs and tears forming on it. Nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Looking at the Blanco itself, it is crystal clear, beautiful. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so let's see if we get on the nose on this. Beautiful cooked agave, notes of nice minerality to it from the water they use. Definitely cinnamon and baking spices. More on the floral side on the nose. Not a whole lot there, but you know, it smells good though. It's got the basic notes you look for in a good Blanco with the sweet cinnamon and baking spices coming through. They do use, it is made in Los Altos, so it is a Los Altos agave on this. It smells good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Cinnamon and baking spices come up front. A little hint of vanilla. very easy to drink, like no burn. Finishes with sweet cinnamon and baking spices on the finish. Yeah, for $18.99, I could drink this all day. Not bad at all. Really good. It also would be good for doing aging projects if you want to pick up bottles to use to age yourself using the Beyond Barrel aging staves. This would be a great option at $18.99. It's very, very a good budget option. So, yeah, this is tasty. I could drink this all day, seriously. Nothing wrong with this at all. So far, the Pueblo Viejo regular 40% Blanco, it's good. Let's see what the high proof Blanco is like next. All right, so now taking a look at the high proof Blanco. Now this goes for $58.99, but it's a liter bottle. It's not a 750 milliliter like the regular Blanco is. So this is for a liter. These, they made them so they're supposed to be geared towards the restaurants, but since I have a good relationship with San Matias, we were able to work it out where we were able to get some for ferment and still. So if you want to pick up the 104 proof Blanco, the liter bottles, you can get these at ferment and still. They're $58.99 a bottle. So let's see what we get on this one. So looking at it in the glass, it coats the glass beautifully. Look at the legs and tears coming down on that. Looks great. Look at that. And then looking at the tequila itself, crystal clear, no floaties or anything. Looks beautiful. All right, let's see what we get on the nose on this one. A lot richer on the cooked agave notes, the cinnamon and baking spices. Hint of vanilla in there. Some fresh cut grass involved in it too. Definitely like a vegetalness coming through on it. It's really nice. It smells good. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is the same kind of nose you could pick up on easily a $60 to $80 bottle of 750 milliliter high proof Blanco. Nothing off on this at all. So let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Wow. Nice, rich, sweet cinnamon notes coming through. A little hint of vanilla in there. Baking spices. That sweet cinnamon note just kind of sits on the tongue for a while. A little bit of heat to it, but not too bad. No really over the top bitterness. There's a little hint of bitterness in there, but it's not anything like off-putting. It kind of balances out the sweetness from the cooked agave. Yeah, that's lovely. This is really nice. So I recommend the high proof Blanco as well. Great for aging projects. Great as a sipper or mixing in margaritas. And for $58.99 for a liter, it's a good buy. I definitely recommend it. So let's check out the Repo and Añejo next. All right, so now we have the Pueblo Viejo Reposado here. You can see that. There you go. Now the older bottles, you'll notice they have an orange label and stuff and a little wider bottle and stuff. You can find those. Those are really good. I definitely recommend picking those up if you can find them. There's always been good. Pueblo Viejo has always been a really solid brand, especially as a budget option. Now people want to know too, how are they able to keep these things so low? And the reason being basically is because since they make so much and they can spread the costs over a bunch of different brands for the shipping, they're able to keep these low priced without any issues. And then they do grow their own agave as well. So they source some agave for some of the other brands that they do, but For the inexpensive brands, they have their own ranch and their own agave that they're growing, and so they'll use that to keep the price down, which is amazing, which is great. This Reposado retails on Ferment and Still for $21.99 for a Repo. Looking at it in the glass, look at how amazing that looks with the legs and tears coming down. Look at that. So it's got a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. It has got a light straw color to it, so it's not extremely dark on the color, but that's normal for Reposados, because Reposado just is a reflection of time. It's not necessarily a reflection of color or flavor. It's just more time in the barrel. So looking at it, it looks really good. Nothing wrong with that at all, especially for $21.99. All right, so let's see what we get on the nose on this. Nice cooked agave with hints of vanilla, caramel, dark chocolate, and a little bit of like a oakiness that's coming through on it as well. You can definitely pick up like a wood note. But it smells really good. For $21.99 for a Repo, let's see what this thing's like. Here we go. Salute. Delicious. Cinnamon and baking spices up front. Vanilla. Hint of caramel afterwards. Notes of dark chocolate mixed in. Very enjoyable Reposado. I could definitely sip on this and enjoy it with a good stogie. It would make great palomas. We use this for palomas here at the house all the time. Makes great palomas. There's nothing wrong with this at all. $21.99. It's a steal. I think it was even cheaper than the Trader Joe's. And if I had to pick between the Trader Joe's and the Pueblo Viejo, I'd go with the Pueblo Viejo. I think this is better than the Trader Joe's that I tried. But the Reposado is really good. If you're a Reposado person and you want to just get something inexpensive that you can sip on or make cocktails with, pick up the Pueblo Viejo. This is delicious. Salute. All right, last but not least from the line, we're looking at the Añejo, and the Añejo retails for $29.99. Oh, jeez. If we can get it open. Boy, they seal this sucker. There it goes. Crack, crack, crack. Snap, crackle, pop. All right. Añejo. All right, let's look at this puppy in the glass. Look at that. Look at the legs and tears on this thing. Look at the viscousness from it. Absolutely amazing. Looking at the tequila, it is a light amber color. Looks great though, crystal clear, no floaties or anything on it. Let's see what we get on the nose. Oh, nice. You still get that cinnamon and baking spices, and Rocio, who's their barrel blender and master distiller. She is amazing at making sure that the San Matias products have the agave there. They love the agave. It shows on this. Definitely getting the agave. A little hint of cherry coming through on this now. Definitely picking up like a wood note, cinnamon. Little citrus on this as well now. Vanilla, caramel, and hints of dark chocolate. Yeah, this smells really good. All right, let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Salud. Delicious. $30 all day long. All day long. I could drink this all day long. This is a great añejo for if you're watching football and you want to have a good añejo. Beautiful. Definitely no additives in it. You get the vanilla and caramel and dark chocolate notes coming through. You get the cooked agave notes. You get a little hint of wood in there as well. This is amazing for $29.99. Absolutely amazing. If you're an añejo person, you'll love this, especially for $30. Well, there you go. Pueblo Viejo. So how would I rank this on the agave scale? Based on the pricing, I would give this one a strong 4.5 agave, 4.5 agave. You can't beat this for this price. I'm sorry. You can look at all these other brands that are out there. So far, this is the best value budget brand I have found to date. $18.99 for the Blanco, $21.99 for the Repo, or sorry, for the Añejo, $21.99 for the Repo, $58.99 for the 104 proof 1 liter Blanco. It's a steal. This is a really good deal. So if you are looking for a good budget brand to use as a mixer or to use as a sipper, something you really want to enjoy for a low price as a sipper, definitely pick up Pueblo Viejo and check it out. It's an amazing brand for the price. You just can't beat it. Well, if you like the information I gave you in this video, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel, bienvenido, welcome. Glad you found us, and we hope that you will click that subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time we post a new informational videos like this or video reviews. And we'd love to have you comment and be part of the Tequila Hombre community. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So if you're looking for an amazing budget option, pick up Pueblo Viejo. You will not be disappointed. Salud.